Hi, name's Matthew Jester, recording a quick video here. So let me see, I have a certificate of completion right here, just showing that I'm certified and competent in the field of hypnosis. And then I do have a general introduction. Let's see. Please watch my video, Hypnosis, Abuse, and Speech Inhibition. I will leave a link to watch the video in the description. I will also leave additional links in the description of other relevant videos. I've been abused with hypnosis, and my ability to speak is being inhibited with hypnosis, which is why I have to read everything when I make videos. If you notice me stuttering, speaking slowly, being unable to speak clearly, or any other difficulty speaking, I explain in detail the specific methods and techniques that are being used to inhibit my ability to speak in my video, Hypnosis, Abuse, and Speech Inhibition. These issues speaking occur consistently in each of my videos, specifically within the first 3 minutes. The hypnosis inhibiting my ability to speak is often very noticeable throughout my videos, and I will leave a list of the various hypnotic commands that are specifically being used to inhibit my ability to speak that can be recognized in my body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and speech patterns in the description. Let's see, so, letter content beginning. I also remember while analyzing and reading the letters that I was hypnotized to think that he was actually trying to warn her and save her, not trying to threaten or kill her. Okay, that was one thing. There was a second aspect that was, seems as if I might be a little bit thrown off here, actually, on something. As if I wrote something different. Oh, that's right. That's what I was actually trying to say. So there were, post-traumatic suggestions queued. That's what I was trying to include. That's why I was writing. I also remember while analyzing and reading the letters that I was hypnotized with. That was one, but I also had some post-traumatic suggestions. This video should not be near as long as the other ones though too, which is great. That were cured. I also had some post-traumatic suggestions that were cured by the hypnosis isn't hitting me, the hypnosis isn't hitting me, this is not good, this is abuse, this is abuse, this is abuse, this needs to stop. There's no reason that I should be experiencing this. So like I said in the last video as well, there's no reason I should be confused, disoriented, anything along those lines. And how I was hypnotized to replicate the symptoms of sleep deprivation without any sleep deprivation. I slept in until 2 p.m. today. So that's just been used to basically try to conceal the hypnotic cognitive impairment, basically inhibit me and impair my cognition with hypnosis while trying to attempt to keep the hypnosis undetected, but it's not gonna work, you know what I mean, if I'm not sleep deprived. And then where I've been discussing how I've been hypnotized to become sleep deprived, and it's been a consistent basis, specifically the few nights before attempting to meet a deadline. So there's that for you. Again, please make sure to watch the video, Hypnosis, Abuse, and Speech Inhibition. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description and list of all the various hypnotic commands and everything that they used. I also had some post-traumatic suggestions that were cued by content in the letter, by cued while reading. So there were other ones too, and this should not take that long at all. But you know, that with hypnosis, I could see where it could try to be used to drag it out, but I'm not going to allow it to. And then I'm hypnotized to feel strain because of it. So this is not a good thing. This is bad. I'm really being abused a lot. And I'm hypnotized to feel strain because of it. It shouldn't take long. Okay. All right. Okay. This is not supposed to be difficult. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. Okay, I'm just reading this real quickly, and I'm hypnotized to feel back pain and try to slow down my ability to read too. Okay, yeah, so I do need to also discuss in here, so like I need to do like an introduction with this, right? And then I'm just going to go into the basics with it, and this shouldn't take long. And the more easy and simplified I'm quite fast I'm trying to make this seem, the more strained I'm hypnotized to feel it is. And painful. So, there we go. Content also has similar patterns of speech inhibition and writing inhibition, as in seen apparent in my handwriting that I've experienced. I also had similar patterns of speech and writing, of hypnotic speech and writing impairment. And that I've noticed wow, the hypnosis is making this ultimately too difficult. Happened to myself with myself such as pattern interruption. Okay. And there's a little bit more too. Okay. All right, great. There's that. That actually is extremely important. All right. I also remember while analyzing and reading the letters that I was hypnotized to think that he was actually trying to warn her and save her, not trying to threaten her or kill her. I also had some post-traumatic suggestions that were cued while reading the death threats. Content also had similar patterns of hypnotic speech and writing impairment. I've I've noticed happen to myself is pattern interruption. There's something else too, I think, about it. So other than not threatening her, other than metaphors being cued. So, one, no threats, two, besides some personal expressions that are cued while reading the death threats. Metaphors. There we go. 3. Have them interrupt. Okay. And then letters also mentioned Donald Trump. Let's see. One is a little bit longer. John Matthew Hurl, page 8, number 3. You won't die. What are you dying for? You will know. What are you dying? What are you waiting for? Quote list. Letter content. This is all letters that I got. And threats that I got. Oh, that's lovely. Trying to break my legs, all that kind of stuff. Physical pain is real but not important. Need to be resistant. John Matthew Hurl likely didn't know he was hypnotized because they wouldn't want to risk him saying anything about hypnosis in the death threat letters to the celebrity Billie Eilish. Include information relating to hypnotic seals. Highly recommend learning a few basics about hypnosis, specifically about hypnotic seals. If John Matthew Hurl ends up reading or watching these videos, hopefully he ends up watching the ones that he needs at least to understand the situation. He begins talking about an unrelated subject, confusingly and indirectly, in a repetitive manner that fails to make a point or directly acknowledge the information he needed her to know. And if she didn't take it seriously, she would die, which is abnormally confounding that. What? Oh, okay. Content relevance. Here's some info I need you to know. If you don't take it seriously, you will die. The statement was not a direct threat, implying death. Blah, blah, blah. Further examination of content also raises suspicion regarding his capability of communicating. Here's some info I need you to know. If you don't take it seriously, you will die. This is the first threat in the letter that simultaneously was also worded in the context as a warning of death, because throughout all of the letters he never makes a single. Begins talking about an unrelated subject where he references growth multiple times using vague terms that sound an abnormally incomplete and confusing message, and changing the subject to an even more profound, repetitive, and vague statement reading, "It's better to be better and you'll find better," blah blah blah. Okay. So I need to get the just introduction done first of all. Content, the letters reference the same individual involved. Okay. All right. I shouldn't be tired right now, by the way. I slept until 2 p.m. It's only like, what, 7 o'clock? Yeah, about. So I definitely shouldn't be experiencing inhibition or having any difficulties doing this quickly. This is just mostly going to be about the pattern interrupt technique. I could talk about the metaphors too, throughout my Facebook. Okay, let's see. So I need to get this done. It was this one. Yep, right here. Okay. So letter content introduction. So let's see. In this video, I'm going to be describing the letter content. I'm going to review I could say like review various implications that review the various implications that indicate John Matthew Hurrell was under the influence the hypnosis is making this extremely difficult for me. So I also am going to actually go ahead and use this as evidence right now because again I had to write the second word twice on accident because I was hypnotized. So in this video I'm going to review the various implications that indicate John Matthew Hurrell was under the influence, and then oh wow, I didn't even notice that I said under that indicate John Matthew Hurrell was under the that's bad. under the influence of hypnosis. When he, I could even say influenced by hypnosis, when he wrote the letters. Okay. All right. So if I did that, then okay. Let's see. I'm trying to write quickly too, because now I'm like, it seems as if because it seems almost as if I was cued to remember how the earlier handwriting analysis, sorry about that, introduction, and writing it similar to that, referencing the organized crime operation, because this is very serious, various implications in the content and the content of the letters, indicating John Matthew Hurrell was under the influence of hypnosis. This is difficult for me to write right now, but I should be, Hurrell was under the influence of hypnosis. Or was under the influence of hypnosis. While writing the letters. Okay, 23 minutes. That's right, I remember. Okay. Taking too long, this is taking too long, this is taking too long, this is taking too long. The various implication was under the influence of hypnosis while writing the letters, and that organized crime operation was involved. Why is that should not be difficult for me to say. That the letters were premeditated. And that were premeditated by an organized crime operation, by the same organized crime operation that hypnotized me. Okay. Write this quickly now. Hypnosis is inhibiting me, by the way. That was what the back pain was about, and that's what the confusion was about too, that you just barely witnessed. It shouldn't have taken this long just to write this introduction. While I'm writing in this video, I'm going to write faster, write faster. I'm going to write faster, write faster, write fast. I'm going to review. I need to write faster. I need to write faster. The various. I'm being abused. Various. The hypnosis is really inhibiting my ability to write right now, and that's also what I meant by in the other videos when I was in it. In this video, I'm going to review the various implications and located in this video. Whoa. Okay. This is bad. So again, there's more further evidence of the situation. First of all, I didn't include the word video, which happens in almost all my videos. I'm being abused. And, that's why I shouldn't have this problem writing quickly. It's just more evidence that I'm being abused. I'm being inhibited with hypnosis and I'm being abused. The various implications. Seen in the letter content, or located in the letter content, found in the letter content, or I'm just going to say in the letter content. In this video, I'm going to review the various implications in the letter content. In this video, I'm write faster, going write faster, I'm going to write faster, write faster, write faster, write faster, write faster, write faster. The more I'm resistant, the more difficult it is. So I'm pointing it out more, and I'm going to keep resisting it more because they can't control me. And they can't get away with abuse just by abusing me more. And the letter content that hypnosis is abusing me, that hypnosis is abusing in the letter. In this video, I'm going to review the various implications in the letter content. And I'm really being abused by hypnosis. I'm being abused by hypnosis. That indicate John Matthew Hurrell was John. So again, I had hypnotic alteration in my handwriting. That shouldn't be difficult to say, right? Because nothing else is difficult to say. Except when it's when the hypnosis is inhibiting me. That indicate John Matthew Hurrell was influenced by hypnosis when he wrote the letters. And that write faster, that the same organized crime, and that, there we go. Okay, I am not supposed to experience any difficulty doing this. I'm being abused with hypnosis. I'm being abused with hypnosis. This is ridiculous. That the letters were premeditated. That the letters to the celebrity Billie Eilish. And that the supposed death threat letters sent to the celebrity Billie Eilish were premeditated. Write faster. Were premeditated by the same organized. Write faster. Criminal operation that hypnotized me. Okay, so ow. Ow. Okay. Anyways. Introduction. So I wrote one sentence. It was a rather long sentence, the little bit of a run-on sentence, but still. Okay, so this is what's going on here, and this is the abusive aspect. Ow. Dang. Ow. Okay, so anyways, I was hypnotized to experience back pain, specifically in the small of my back, right between my shoulder blades. The reason being was, the way that they did this was, they called this the hypnotic twist, by the way. Basically, whenever I was trying to do anything that would incriminate the people that hypnotized me, it was like, basically, fighting back, them fighting me back with the hypnosis to try to prevent me, like twisting my back on the right side of my back, because it's kind of like it would twist my spine, and anyway, so they did that to me. Ow. And I that's not the only thing. They related this to how they used hypnosis to deprive me of sleep. They related this to um, also, you can't be sexy for it, because trying to make me look unattractive, as a form of punishment as well, right? And also because if a person's extremely attractive, you're more likely to listen to them and less likely to think that they're like that. They're completely insane. Which is the reason why they would do things like that, but to try to keep me from having credibility. And the hypnosis is making this extremely difficult for me. So let's go ahead and just force this to happen. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Oh yeah. I feel like there might have been something else too that's being impressed in my memory, but I'm not 100% sure it's possible. And I might just get started anyways. Because I do remember that one thing, and I mean there was a lot involved in all total, but let's see. Um, So, that's right. What I'm trying to state too. Let's just get this done quickly. So there's 1, 2, 3. Right there. Here's the green one. Okay, I will get this done. I will get this done, and I will get this done. I'm not going to waste my time with it, too. And the letters. Okay, there were. Hypnosis is really inhibiting me right now. Okay. I'm trying to talk. In the letters, there were several. In the letters, there were several. In the letters, there were several. The hypnosis is making this so difficult. This is so abusive. I also remember while analyzing and reading the letters that I was hypnotized to think that he was actually trying to warn her and save her, not trying to threaten her or kill her. Okay, so I just read that. How do I reword that? That's not a difficult thing to do. In the letters, there were several. I mean, I could also just say several threats of death that were perceived, several warnings of death that were perceived to be threats of death. Or in the letters, all the supposed death threats. were actually worded in the context See, the hypnosis is really trying to slow me down right now. And the letters, all of those supposed death threats were actually worded in the context that. See, this is what I mean. This is ridiculous. That could have been. That could have been warnings. That could have been warnings. Write it. Write it. I shouldn't have difficulty writing it. I shouldn't have difficulty writing it. That could have been warnings. And I shouldn't have. Like, cause I mean, going from very calm and everything along those lines, that I'm start pointing out the post-hypnotic suggestions and I start freaking out. What? Nah, that's not normal for anybody. And the letters, all the supposed. Hold on a second. I should be able to position this better right here. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. What issue with the camera case thing? There we go. Much better, actually. I can actually even scoot that back a little bit, or turn it back into a little bit more better. Well, that's actually much better. Wow. Okay, great. And letters, all the that could have been were actually worded in the context. And this is also where I'm hypnotized to feel it extremely strenuous, and then to cover up the inhibition, because the hypnosis is attempting to force me to write using certain wording, or to not try to to distract attention away from articulation, just because it's so difficult to write it. And the back pain is back again already, after only a few minutes, with me leaning back in the chair the entire time, except when I got up to position the camera. So again, that's not something that's normal. The facial expressions, the strain, speaking, the like kind of in your face type of thing, tone of voice is very apparent as well, with the hypnotic influence and the strained speaking. So in the letters, all the supposed death threats were actually worded in the context that the that were warnings. Okay, the hypnosis is being wow, and that's again, that's what I mean by the articulation. In the letters, all of the supposed death threats were actually worded in the context that The death threats were warnings. This isn't normal to have to rewrite sentences so much, by the way. Just because of the content of what I'm writing is like about murder investigations or death threat investigations and criminal investigations about the people that hypnotize me. Doesn't mean that I normally would ever have these types of issues writing in my entire lifetime ever. Moving on. I also had some post-traumatic suggestions that were queued while reading the death threats. Okay. The hypnosis is really inhibiting me right now. So, anyways, it's the context that I don't exactly like here. I was thinking about rewording it like maybe something even briefer. So while reading the letters, while reading the letters, I found it suspicious that there were no direct threats of death, direct threats of death or harm and that the threat, like, because I had this articulated in my mind before writing it, but I didn't say it out loud, and because that's like my normal writing capability. I don't have problems doing this at all. I don't have to rewrite things. I don't have problems articulating. I don't have to re-erase and rewrite everything. But the hypnosis is making it so that happens. But and also breaking up everything in the video to like make it take, like 20 hours to do something that should take 10 minutes. Literally. While reading the letters, I found it suspicious that there were no direct threats of death or harm, and that the threats could have been warnings. Okay, so I'm hypnotized to feel the pain because I'm like trying to articulate it, and I'm supposed to just accept it, but I won't accept it. And I'm hypnotized to do that because I won't accept it. So that's what's happening here. Let's go ahead and crack my back again then. Ow, 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 ow. Ah, that hurt. Okay. Also, I wanted to point out. So when I would be doing that, I was hypnotized to tense my back muscles so that my back wouldn't be able, so that I wouldn't be able to just crack my back easily. I wanted to point that out. So you can also tell here too by the position of by making sure the position of the camera is adjusted properly. That I'm leaning back on a very comfortable chair with great arch and back support. So I shouldn't be having these problems. While reading the letters, I found it suspicious that there were no direct threats of harm and that or death. Okay, I also wanted to point out right here, so it says that no direct threats. Hold on a second. I'm just making sure that I'm leaning back while I'm showing this. Just so that there's no possibility to try to, you know, say that's the position that my back is in, but it's right here. You can see that's the word or harm instead of harm. Yep, I can see that. Okay. And that no direct threats of harm, of death or harm, and that each threat could also be perceived as a warning.